I've been feeling lost lately. It's not just the war, the pandemic, Brexit, the crazy rises in the cost of living, though it is those things too. I've been feeling lost because I've realised that I just don't know what to expect anymore. I'm having to face my own uncertainty in a world that seems to be becoming more fractured and polarised every day. I know I'm not the only one feeling this way. It's been a common theme in my tarot and astrology readings that many of us feel we're being faced with a turning point right now, but not knowing which way to turn. Collectively, we've crossed a threshold. We cannot return to what has come before, but we also can't see what is up ahead, and that's really unsettling. However much we hear about the new normal, nothing about this feels normal. We've been used to more or less being able to predict the path our lives will take, and now everything feels uncertain. The terrain is shifting beneath our feet.
Unsurprisingly, for those of you who know me, it's my spiritual practice which is keeping me anchored during these really difficult times.
Those everyday magical things like a daily moment of quiet connection, sunlight, journaling, tarot, solitude, and the company of other people who I love. Creativity is also extremely healing for me. Writing, drawing, making, crafting. But I've been much more private with my creations lately. Everything has felt so raw that I haven't felt brave enough to share a lot. But I really want to reach out and to be helpful, so I'm pouring my heart into this video, sharing some of the things which are helping to keep me anchored in these difficult times, with the hope that what I share might be nourishing for you. I know you will have your own nourishing ways and coping strategies too. Please do share them in the comments where they can help me and others. Community is precious. We need each other more than ever right now. This is something which I've been doing for years now, but I'm finding I need it more than ever during these times. Every morning I take some time, usually about 20 minutes to half an hour, to do some prayers and sometimes meditation, sometimes journaling. When my children were smaller, and before that when I was working outside the home, I used to just have 5 minutes, often interrupted. But that worked too. I don't think it's the length of time spent, but the regular commitment of connecting every single day, rain or shine, whether I feel like it or not, I do it, and it helps. It's easy to feel joyful when we're connected. It's harder, perhaps impossible, when we are separate. And I feel like these times have brought into focus just how separate we have become from each other, from ourselves, and from the land which holds us. I didn't know that human unconditional love, being loved for who you are without having to meet some external criteria, was a thing before I had children. And I think perhaps some people never know what that feels like, which is heartbreaking. I've been thinking a lot about this and want to come back to it in another video, but I've always been able to find unconditional love with people who are not human, especially other animals and plants, mostly trees.
It's so windy!
Not all trees though. Some of them just tolerate me, some of them teach me, but some of them truly love me. I find that feeling held, being touched and touching, literally reaching out to another, is so important for me. I filmed myself doing some squats, which I was going to use for this part of the video, but it was awkward and hilarious, with me sticking my pyjama wearing bum into the camera, which wasn't really the calming effect I was going for. So enjoy some glamorous stock footage instead, while we talk about fitness. Honestly, I've been feeling really heavy these last few years, in my heart and in my body. And at the end of last year, I felt ready to change that. So I reached out to a friend and she added me to a WhatsApp group with another friend, and we all support each other to improve our fitness. We set ourselves fitness challenges which start small but build up, I actually did 250 squats in one day last month, which is bonkers. I split it up through the day so it feels like it doesn't really take any extra time at all. It sounds really simple, and I guess it is, but it is helping me so much. Having that gentle accountability is nudging me to be more consistent with exercising, and I'm actually enjoying it, which seemed impossible only 6 months ago. A lot of my practice is home and hearth witchery. My home is such an important space for me. It's where I feel safe and can ground and gather myself. When I'm feeling scattered, I find I need more time at home. I've been finding that I'm doing more home protection and cleansing during these weird times, in both a magical and mundane sense. Each month I'm focusing on a different area of my home, clearing out spaces which need it, cleaning and renewing the protections and warding. This way I can get to everywhere without it feeling overwhelming. I know I'm extremely privileged to be able to do these nurturing things for myself. I sometimes feel terrible guilt that I'm able to have these healing practices in my life when there is so much suffering in the world. I'm painfully aware that other people do not have the same access as I do. In these moments of guilt, I try to hold on to the knowledge that my practicing connection does not add more harm to those who are suffering. In my small way, I am adding more coherence and love and connection into the world. Through all of this change, what I realise is that everything has been uncertain all along.
The certainty that I had was an illusion.
It never was in my hands, at least not as much as I thought it was. Many times I've actually been living according to someone else's roadmap. I just didn't notice it before. I can't help but to see it now. The current world events are not causing this feeling of fracturing and loss. They're just bringing what was already there up to the surface. It's not fun to be faced with these things, but it's more healing and helpful than trying to sweep them under the carpet and pretend that everything is fine, because things are not fine. And in truth, things have not been fine for a very long time. There is nothing wrong with you, with us, for feeling lost and uncertain. Feeling this way is actually a sane and healthy reaction. I want you to know that who you are right now is perfect, and feeling lost and broken is a perfectly valid and authentic response to living in these times.
There's something else about these difficult times too, and it's something I find exciting.
Because the thing about a fracturing world is that those cracks are opening up so much potential for real, significant change. Things which were previously impossible have become possible. This can be good or bad, of course, but as magical practitioners, it gives us so much more scope to use our skills for world-changing magic. Yes, we are currently living through a time of decaying, and that is not a pleasant thing. But it gives me comfort to know that we are making nourishing compost for something that is coming next, and that our contribution, our magic, will influence what is to come. Warmest blessings, and I will see you very soon.